looks like Smoovid and Yatu are going to have a little bit of a battle of their own. Detail is off to the lead at the moment, and Luke is in second. And there we go. Detail crosses the line. He does it. He takes the win, his first in HRL. Luke takes second. Slunch takes third.
Devastatingly for the rest of this race. Ump goes a little wide, and Detail cuts the corner. Amazingly perfect on the inside. Great job by Detail right there, and he takes the lead. He started on the pole. He's just trying to stay clean this third sector. He's going to run it a little slow. He's just trying to make it clean. As you can see, Slunch gaining a lot on the gap because Detail knows he has time to work with, and it looks like he's going to do it. He ran it clean. Here he comes across the front stretch. Detail takes his first win in HRL Season 3.
So hard to gain on Roman, but Roman seemed to have a bad exit on that outside line. He's also cheesing this line a little bit. There it goes. There's the Roman case yet again. The bane of his existence. He's now going to lose another position, falling back into third place, and Detail overtaking second. And Detail finished third in the last moto. So with the Luke goes down in the outside, and there goes Detail for the lead, and he takes it. If the positions stay the way they are right now, and he's never won on a Supercross, whether it be moto or overall, but he's gonna have to earn it here. Luke making a run. Detail had some case action. Now it's gonna be side by side, but Detail does have the inside line. Luke's gonna have the better line going into the next corner. It's pretty close. Detail has a really, really good entry into the corner, but Luke's still fighting back on the outside. Detail's going to take the position, but this is where it's all going to come down to. He's actually going to opt to take the inside this time. Could have an exciting final lap here. I'm pretty positive this is white flag. Oh, Detail almost cheesing himself twice through the rhythm, and now Luke's going to take the inside. Detail's going to be forced to take the outside. It's close battle side by side for second. But Detail's going to take the win, and that's going to be for the overall. Luke's going to hold on to second. Already a spin out. Oh no, Roman hits the pole. He's already down. Several drivers go by, and I think Roman was the only person to wreck through that downhill chicane in the first lap. Looks like Luke will probably end up advantageous here. He's going to take the spot, but then Fireball goes way wide because he saw that Detail had a run too, and I think Fireball's just trying to recover here. Oh, a little bit of contact with the rock there. That was really close. Could have been bad for Fireball, but very close throughout the triple chicane right there. These guys staying extremely close to each other. Fireball lost a little bit of ground, but he's still staying right there. Detail right on Luke's bumper. It's pretty close, and there Detail's going to go for the move. Side by side, who is this going to work out for going into the downhill chicane? Entering the corner, Detail had a nice run, and he's going to get that outside run, which is preferable when you're close to that pole on the inside. And it looks like Detail's going to take the lead here with 1 minute left. The lead. Is Luke going to be able to compete for that first place spot, or is Fireball going to come in as the dark horse and just make a magnificent move around both of them? Or you can tell Detail taking it a little bit safe, a little bit slow. Luke's right there on his inside. Probably not enough of a run to make a move, but pretty close. Gets a really good run off the rumble strip, trying to go around, but Detail just has the edge going into the hairpins. It's going to be very hard for Luke or Fireball to make a pass here, but it is close, and that's going to be it. Detail is going to take his 8th moto win of the season here at Mirabilis in Moto 1 with the championship. There you go. There's your HRL Season 5 champion, Detail, with 5 overalls, 8 moto wins, and 16 podiums.
Oh, jeez. Somebody just, it's like a 5 wide. Somebody made like an erratic, I think it was Phil, made like an erratic move to the left, and that shoved 2 other drivers, I think it was Luke and Detail, really far inside, and that forced an immediate 5 wide. And remember what I was saying about the start. Here it is, Detail with an absolute god start. He's right there on Luke and Slunch immediately. Oh, 3 wide, going into the Ned Camber. And Slunch and Luke both flip. What? Hits the line at the end of the first lap in second, and is now all over Camby's rear for first. So it's all going to be if he can get by Camby. Camby going for the block, but Camby realizes that Detail's got the room, so Camby decides to give a little bit of room. Nice little crossover there out of Detail. That crossover might be the difference maker. How much time is he going to make up in this sweeper? Is it enough to get by him completely? It looks like it. Can he hold Camby off? Camby's going to try to return the favor, but he cannot. Detail already out to the lead. This is not looking good for Slunch and Luke in this scenario. No reason to make a mistake at this point. Detail is your Season 6 Grand Finals champion.
So we have this round board with Detail and Opix going at it, but Detail's going to try to take advantage of this rock line and get the momentum from Jared, and right there is a really good example of what I was talking about in the pre-race. Like I said, you don't really want to stay down there, continues. So we have this lead battle going on here, and as you can see, just close crossovers between the two, and this is probably what it's going to be a lot of the way. And if they keep this up, I mean, look, Turkey's not that far behind, and then even Slunch and Soul really aren't that far behind. So
If they keep this up, this definitely could make things very interesting for later on in the race. If they wanted to, Detail and Luke could definitely just you know, settle it and go solo, go single wide, and then just like try to stay with each other and get away from the pack. But they're not electing to do that. They want to make this as entertaining as possible. So we're gonna have this lead battle going on here, and you know, potentially hitching one of these drivers behind into it as well. Although the way it's looking right now, it might take a while, because even though they're battling, they're not really losing that much time from it. It seems like they're kind of like making the battle work with their line. And yep, just back-to-back crossovers, outside, inside, keeping it going. Is Detail going to go for it again here? So he's setting up for it. He might actually just stay to the outside. Actually has a pretty good outside line. Time 2 to go. When do they decide to go for it? Or does Detail decide to go for a big slide on the inside at some point? No, they're just keep holding their lines so far. There's actually a really good run on the outside that time from Luke as we go to the white flag. That time down, it would have been a really close finish. White flag, what do? Are they just going to hold their lines and try to make the momentum happen, try to make that win? Or are they going to go for a crossover? Here we go. Decision needs to be made. I think it's going to have to be the crossover. Luke to the inside of the rocks. Not going to happen. Detail locks it up. Luke's going to take second. Boom, green flag. Yup, it's a cheesy one. So Detail and Slaunch like battling it for the whole shot. We'll call it for... Detail's going to get the lead here, so we'll call it for him, I suppose. 3 wide battle. So here it is, the final time around. Detail will be taking the win on Alamac TRS. Decide the overall green flag. This is going to be one of the more treacherous moments in the race. Slaunch goes over. Opix goes over as well. But Luke right there, look at how close this top 3 is already. And maybe a move to the inside. Luke's some really good chicane speed right now. Trying to make that happen on Detail. Look at this. This is the top 3 battle right now. All pretty much lined up with each other. And Detail's got that chicane down. And Luke's got it down too. This might be a double pass. These crests are really difficult on this track. It is almost a rallycross in some locations. Very cool design. Detail with the bog, 3 wide. Fireball gonna lose out on some space. Luke sends in the chicane. It's gonna work out. Makes it stick. 3 goose length gap. It's a big one, but it's not over yet. Oh, and Detail, wow, that was a fantastic Ned Camber run right there. I think he just made up at least a 10th, maybe 2 on that. Could it be here? Going for it, and he does get there. Side by side, going through the chicane. You know they're gonna send it. Wow, they both make it happen on the last lap, but they both bog on the exit. Through the corner, Detail sending it in. Luke fighting around the high side. And again, remember, this is to the line. This is for the win. And that's race right there. This is the run. That's the line right there. And it's that close. Start, we have like a 4 wide for a moment. That's not really gonna work on this track, but oh, okay. Some cheese through the hairpins. Big strat call out of Detail. The only one to do it goes for the Joker. Oh, and this would be huge. Look at this run. Makes the landing stick too. Wow. Final time. We're gonna cross the line. 3 moto. Okay. Okay. That was quite the send out of Detail right there. That could have been catastrophic, but keeps it going at that point. Like, he was already committed, and oh my god, and it was already chalked. That was a pretty hot send. That was a pretty hot send. Setup Detail goes as far over as possible, but just enough to miss that rock. To line up the corner perfectly, get to the inside right there as far as possible, and then Yas and Yace right at the perfect spot on Roman. And it's going to be 2 in a row for him on the night. And he's going to do it right there. Boom. Takes the W. 11 on the season. Roman going to take second.